What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here doing a TLG reacts for the State of Play for February 23rd. Happened earlier, technically yesterday, but pretty much today. And yeah, we're going to watch it. We're going to react to it. We're going to talk about it. Before we go into it, I've gotten through today without finding out anything except for I know that Suicide Squad was shown off, and I know a lot of people on Twitter were concerned about it for reasons that I kind of suspected, seeing the leaks for the game, or at least the leak that showed a screenshot of the game that showed microtransactions, in-game currencies, and things that look like games as a service model type stuff. So that was definitely concerning. And now after this has come out and I still haven't seen it, I heard a lot of people kind of saying similar things. So that'll be interesting, but we'll find out when we watch it. Otherwise, I expect to see VR stuff because PlayStation has just launched their PSVR 2. You actually got yours.
Have yet to play it, but I got it.
And we will definitely give it a shot and then talk about it on the channel at some point because I'm excited to try it. But with that, I know they're going to show off some VR stuff. It seems like this year there's some big titles for PlayStation, but it does seem like they got new hardware and they got to support it. So this year it seems like they're going to be doing a lot of VR stuff, and I'm here for it. We're both fans of VR. Obviously, you just bought that. I have 2 headsets myself, so exciting stuff. But I understand the people who are not into VR not being as excited about it. Though, last thing I'll say, it's amazing to see ever since the PSVR 2 came out, the amount of people talking about PSVR 2 as if it's the first VR headset ever. So I feel like there's a lot of newly initiated people into VR.
I think so too, yeah.
The amount of people I've talked to, they say they don't like VR. They're like, oh, I'm not into VR. And I'm like, what headset did you try? They're like, well, I haven't tried it. I'm like, see, you don't know? And they're like, nah, it just seems stupid. I'm like, well,
it does not convey well on the screen. Yeah.
At least put it on your head for a second if you get a chance. I get, obviously, if you don't have one, it's fine. But like, it's so weird when people are like, nah, fuck that. I'm like,
especially with how accessible it is now.
Sure,
you can do the majority of VR applications with the not that I like the Oculus stuff that much, but with the Oculus, it's very, very consumer friendly. So
yeah, and PSVR 2's $600.
It was 606 after tax.
Yeah, that's super affordable for VR. I saw somebody saying that was pricey, and I'm like, it is pricey, like money wise, sure, but like for VR, that's a fucking steal, especially for the resolution you're getting on the different screens. That's crazy. So it is becoming way more accessible. So, and
lighter. That thing does not weigh anything.
Yeah, and the box is way smaller than I expected it to be. So
it's crazy. Also, it having built-in pass-through, so you can actually see without taking the headset off, is nice. I know it's standard in a lot of headsets, but PSVR 1 did not have it. And then the not needing a camera part is super convenient. It does have a cable. I know that does irk some people, but you know, I guess after using the original Vive and having a lot of cables, one cable doesn't bother me. So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cables that go from the PC into the whatever the fuck it's called, but there's 2 major cables that go into the headset, and it still seems like a lot. So yeah, less cables the better, less setup the better, and it seems like this one has minimal setup. So
yeah, it was real easy.
Yeah,
which is good because they need that to sell it to people. PSVR 1 was a process to set up, so this one you plug in and immediately just makes you go through a wizard, and that's brain dead.
So what they got to do. So yeah, good to see, and I'm so glad Sony's still just pushing VR. They didn't give up, and it's awesome to see. Well, so
it's also important to remind people that Sony's a tech company.
Yeah.
So they support the PS1 or VR 1. I imagine they'll support the VR 2. They just came out with I say consumer level, but it's still pretty expensive mocap. So you can do your own mocapping at home and stuff now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, they want, if there's a tech out there, they want a little piece of that pie. So
speaking of tech, just real fast, I know this isn't Tasty Cast, but I was talking with a bunch of people on TikTok about a clip from our last Tasty Cast where we were talking about the Switch, what we want from the next Switch, stuff like that.
Okay.
And most people are pretty much on the same page. They want a Switch 2, essentially, which I agree, because I think it's the best thing Nintendo's ever made console-wise. Of course, there's older ones I like a lot, but like it's just like the best thing they've done gameplay-wise. And so a lot of people, or not a lot of people, some people though were like, it'd be nice if Nintendo could make a console that was as powerful as what Sony and Xbox has. And some people were even like, I'd like to see Nintendo do something even more powerful. And my head kept going like, yeah, I could see that, but that kind of goes against their philosophy of like fun factor, family friendly, accessibility, creative ideas, right? Like you have Sony, which is a tech company, and you could say Nintendo's a tech company, but I don't really view them that way. They make, video games. They make fun stuff. Yeah. It's technically tech, but Sony has a bunch of different divisions working on all different types of tech. They've literally invented tech that has been standard for years. And Microsoft is a software company, but arguably also a tech company. So like the idea that Nintendo would like rival them in terms of like, processing power, GPU power, or surpass them, I'm like, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I can't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the mentality.
Because Sony's always been about like pushing the boundaries of things and creating new stuff. And Xbox, every Xbox has always come out and tried to be more powerful. Just trying to be like a affordable PC, essentially.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, the philosophies are just different. So,
yeah, I think their biggest concern will always be to be relevant enough and to be affordable enough.
I think affordability is huge. What, for Xbox?
Nintendo.
Yeah. I think Nintendo cares a lot about making sure people can get their consoles. And so, they find out good middle ground in like quality, power, and also price point.
Yeah.
And I think there's definitely, it'd be impossible to argue against. There's definitely a market for it.
Oh, for sure.
Outside of, just fanboys of Nintendo, it's a name people know, but it's also a name you can kind of trust, and you're not going to get ripped off.
Oh, for sure.
So you're not going to get over
stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So they got their niche. I don't think they really need to deviate, but they are, at this point, in my opinion, 2 generations behind, because they're already behind on the last generation. And so I think it's time for them to do something. But the Switch is still great. And
for sure.
We don't got to talk about that. So talking about state of play, though, did you see anything, and what are you expecting?
I didn't necessarily see anything, but I do follow a couple people who are in the fighting game scene. So I'm pretty sure Street Fighter 6 is here.
I saw Cammy.
Okay.
On Twitter.
And then I don't know if
that's
it
why
was relevant to this, or if it just also like got announced recently, but I thought I saw something Mortal Kombat related as well. So
I heard some Mortal Kombat, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah. So, and that's, the vagueness is there for a reason. I didn't like look into it.
I probably shouldn't have just dropped the Cammy thing, but it just kind of came to me that when I was on Twitter, I saw people talking about Cammy. I didn't connect the two. I was like, oh, there's more Street Fighter info out there. That's cool, whatever. But now you're saying, I'm like, that's probably state of play that showed that.
Yeah. So, and I'm looking forward to it because I have my eye on Street Fighter 6.
It's looking good.
I'm especially, outside of just enjoying fighting games anyways, on a casual level, not like a hardcore fighting game guy, but it having a single player mode with a created character and stuff like that is something I think it and the genre needs more of. So
yeah, I'm getting excited for fighting games again. I've always liked them, but the new Tekken looks really good too. It looks like we're starting the next generation of fighting games, and I'm really excited to see all of them come out and see what their new generations of fighting games, because whatever NetherRealm's going to work on, is going to be fucking like AAA when it comes to Mortal Kombat. And I guess it's going to be coming out sooner than you think, is something I read. So
fine by me.
Yeah, we will see. So yeah, you agree we're probably going to see some VR stuff?
I certainly hope so, since I just bought one.
Now that you're on the market.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of VR stuff we can get now, since they actually were very competitive on the tech side of VR this time, versus last time you could tell they were kind of like testing the waters. So,
yeah, definitely. With their old tech, they're just seeing what they could get by with the VR and using their old cameras, their old stuff, or whatever. And then the games that they had some good VR games, but they didn't have access to a lot of the really good VR games that like Vive has, but now there's like no excuse because the new headset can handle, everyone's got the controllers now. You don't have to go buy the wands from the PS3
which depend on the camera FOV.
Exactly.
So
yeah, they're in a much better place and to give us better games essentially. So
yeah, for sure. And the hardware, obviously, the PlayStation itself is, at a relative power level to PCs. So
yeah,
obviously there are some monster PCs out there before PC fans get mad about that statement, but yeah, it has the power to do whatever VR games are out right now. So
GT7 looks fucking great in VR though. I haven't played it and I can't wait to do it, but I already own it. We've got it downloaded. I'm going to try it. I even got a really nice wheel to get the full immersion if I wanted to, but the videos I've seen, it looks fucking dope.
it's great to hear.
So I really want to try that. Anything you want to say?
Nope. Let's just check this out.
Yeah, this is 45 minutes, and we're gonna start this in 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, already starting with it. Hey, we just released this. Go buy one. I'm fucking tempted to buy it, but I'm like, do I need 3 headsets? I need this. Somebody want to buy my old PSVR?
So No Man's Sky released an update day of.
Yep.
That also increased the graphics and stuff too. So.
Yeah, they also, I guess, did a lot of quality of life
Welcome
stuff,
to
which
our
has me
first
really
state
interested.
of play of 2023. We've got a lot to show you, including an in-depth demo of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. But first, PlayStation VR 2 is finally here. Let's dive right in with a look at 5 games arriving on PlayStation VR 2 this year.
I want one.
I mean, there's one in the house.
Also, yeah. Also, Sarah got the DualSense Edge before me. I didn't pull the trigger, so I'm like, I don't need it. But then she got it, and I used it a little bit. I'm like, fuck.
Kid, we gotta work
Wow,
on your
at least with the VR.
focus.
It's one cable. You can take it up.
Distractions.
Yeah.
Use it whenever you want. So.
They'll get you killed out there. Remember what we shook on. Or, I guess we'll just have to keep this up. No! Not that I mind, of course. Let's try again, shall we?
Okay, so it's a shooter.
That was cool.
Looks interesting. And a reminder for anybody who hasn't used VR, that's not what the game probably looks like.
Yeah, it's so hard to advertise.
Yeah.
It's just not the same experience.
This looks like, oh god. This is, didn't you play that survival game with us? Or was that?
Come in, please.
Yeah, I think it is.
I need you.
Green something? The Green Inferno? Green Hell? Yeah.
Interesting. I don't remember playing that.
Yeah. That game, I'm not a big fan of it because it's like too survivally. It's like you need to worry about like your macronutrients.
Oh, yeah.
You eat like nuts and fucking switch things up, meat and stuff. Otherwise you'll get certain things.
This one already seems way cooler already.
remember the first time I played like a decent shooter on my Vive. I learned that, man, if you're like an action guy in a movie or a video game or whatever, you gotta have some fucking strong ass legs. Because like after like an hour and a half of like getting down behind desks and like I was getting creative, so I'd lay down sometimes just to see if I could. After a while, I was like, man, I'm getting sore just fucking like moving around so much.
For sure. That one looks good.
That looked cool.
Yeah. I like that you can mess with stuff with basically like, you know, force powers.
Mm-hmm.
This may be hard to hear. The Empire will fall. Our galaxy will be plunged into 30,000 years of chaos and war.
That's a lot of years.
Man, they need to get Half-Life Alyx
But
on
there is a
PSVR 2.
plan to save humanity.
It won't be their first time putting something on PlayStation. So.
Yeah, it's just like one of the best examples of like a narrative-driven, like traditional game in a VR world that I've played. And this kind of reminds me of like, because they're obviously going for some kind of like cinematic experience.
So, will you fight for a dying empire? Or help us to reach Foundation?
That looked okay. It looked like there was a little bit of weird movement. But.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it could be cool though. Like if you're in VR and you're like actually there looking around and stuff.
Big scary one. That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged. Your life. You're gonna show it to me.
I also bought the PS5 upgrades
Just think back
because I already had
to the
some
very
PSVR
beginning.
games.
First
It was like
thing
$5 and $10
that you
for
can
like, some
remember.
upgrades for PS5 versions.
Oh, okay.
Every
So I
time
got
you
like
make a
some
link,
moss and
you're going to
res
jump
and
forward in time.
stuff like that still. So
It's good they have a way to at least convert them or at least extract more money from you.
well, it's better spending another $40. Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
It's Chloe, your neighbor.
The only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius. Which
The
might
thing
live
that
on
excites
after
me
you're
about
gone.
VR with PlayStation though is you're gonna get
Close your eyes.
more like
and keep
not
them
AAA,
closed.
but like
It's only a matter of time.
I guess like less indie feeling. Like, I mean, this is definitely indie, but like you're gonna get
You're
like a more
ashamed of
you're gonna get a better variety of
Something
types of games
so
for
terrible.
VR
You're trying
outside
to
of like
blink right past it.
a lot of stuff that came out for like on Steam. A lot of his like shooters
the
and
next
stuff.
time that you
Well, I think
blink,
a large part of that too is that
I'm
Steam
gonna
will
send you
just kind of
back.
let people put games up.
Exactly.
just
So
try to enjoy it this time.
But because Sony has skin in the game with
That
their
was a
own
sneak peek
hardware,
at some great
they're gonna
upcoming
try to
games for
fund and
PlayStation
push
VR 2.
stuff for everybody.
Up next,
Right.
Bungie gives us a stunning new look at Destiny 2 Lightfall, which launches on PS5.
Reminder,
next
we got
week.
Plus Club and Game of the Month coming up this weekend. Plus Club will be this weekend. Game of the Month will likely be like a Monday or Tuesday. But I still haven't played Destiny.
I played a little bit.
I've played everything else, but I haven't played Destiny because I've already played Destiny. We've already talked about Destiny on Plus Club. But I'll play it for a little bit.
The malefactor of our
Just
first
running out of time.
collapse is at our doorstep.
You have no purpose because you fear to seek one.
They need like a new fucking feature. Something new and exciting about Destiny. Because the game plays great, but it's like, it feels the same every time I play a new expansion.
Vanguard to all units. Keep the enemy away from the Traveler at all costs.
Yeah, I can't say too much because I played it recently.
Yeah, I'm speaking from not that perspective.
I think they have made some changes.
I understand what's at stake, Lightbearer. Not all of us have lives to spare.
Absolutely.
This doesn't even look like Destiny outside of like
We know
that stuff. But like this enemy and that weird white-haired guy. guess I was just saying they need to change things up. So.
And the now.
With us.
It's gonna be a PlayStation Plus game, dude. I know it.
Probably. I thought we saw this before.
Oh, I've seen it like 3 times. Oh, I've seen this plenty. All right. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Chia
I mean,
is
it
one
looks
of the
fine,
most
but
anticipated
yeah,
games,
there's
and it's
no
launching
excitement
into the
there.
PlayStation Plus game
Which
catalog.
looks like
in
another.
March. Speaking of PlayStation Plus, let's take a look at what's in store next month.
What are you gonna? If
It's
you pay
on
for the.
premium, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, there they are.
So 2 of those I haven't played.
I've played all of them. But I'm curious about Battlefield because I played that and refunded it quickly. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Chia game just looks like another Journey style move forward platformer type game where you're just exploring, so it doesn't really do much for me
Our
in
next
that
game
regard.
is
Other
from
than that,
Enhance,
you know,
the creators of Tetris
it's interesting
Effect
enough.
and Res Infinite.
Tetris Effect and Res Infinite were both cool. Lemmings.
Fucking seems like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a lemming slash like Peakman type thing.
This kind of reminds me of like the original PlayStation era, where it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, you remember Intelligent Cube?
Yes. I actually really like that game.
I don't know. I remember you liked that.
I'll say I don't find this like super surprising since they said it was, you know, that the people who did Res and Tetris Effect, but
Whatever the hell that was, where they all fight each other, that makes me want to play it alone.
coil of people just getting shot out.
So what, you can make your own whatever the hell this is?
Looks like
That's interesting.
oh, and in VR.
It's kind of intriguing.
Yeah.
Just how weird it is. That's the thing, man. PlayStation is just missing the weird stuff like they used to have.
Wow, that's a pretty weird one.
Yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay. I guess I should install that.
Yeah. That was a very generous timing.
Yeah.
It took forever.
So, big day, class president's speech at the assembly. In light of the whole space rock potential demise of civilization thing, my chosen theme feels off.
What's the theme?
Using this year to, make an impact?
Yeah, perfect. Go with that.
Are you okay? You've come into this year kind of intense with the band stuff.
The band is important.
So outside of the visual style just not really being my thing. It is
Said it was an emergency.
super clean though.
And it is.
It is super clean looking. I'm just not furry.
Yeah.
So I'm not into the anime
Aesthetic.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how everyone's acting like nothing is different.
Give him props
To me,
for
everything feels different now.
doing something
We've always
interesting
done what
though.
you wanted to
It's
do,
different
and
looking.
that's fine. But there's only so much time
Yeah,
to
I
have
also appreciate
How
when
are we
people
supposed to just
can
be fine?
make a cartoon looking game and it actually looks like a cartoon.
Yeah. Goodbye, Volcano High. I'll play it on PlayStation Plus.
I mean, I kind of hope not, but yeah.
I'm not gonna lose you here.
That one Naruto game is pretty
Now
fun.
I'll just cut you off completely.
What the hell is that game called?
I'll inherit my master's
Strikers?
It's funny too because I think I remember reading after we did
No
our
matter what you
talk
become,
on it,
I will
people were saying
always
it was like one of the
love
worst
you.
ones.
The Hokage's
Something
the
like
person who walks in
that.
front of everyone and
Well,
bears all the
I'm not a
pain.
fan of Naruto, so I'm coming at it straight from a gameplay perspective.
Because we're friends.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
In a flash.
My blood is boiling. Charge.
What did they dislike about it though? Because like that game is like a hub-based co-op and versus game with a bunch of content.
Oh, I have no idea.
That's crazy to me. I thought it was pretty legit. I would like still play it if other people played it.
They'll protect you to the end.
Sing to the beat of the killer bee heat.
Just like the world doesn't do anything for me because like I don't care about
You'll be eaten
Naruto.
alive.
Yeah. As for this, it's just kind of like a fighting game.
Go, Choji.
Chino, fire all round.
Super Beast
I'm
Scroll.
kind of struggling with voice acting right now, but yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
Hereforth, history will be spun again, and so began their journey on a path with no end.
I know at least one person who will buy that though.
This power, I will
Oh, two, I
establish
think.
perfect order. What you describe is nothing more than oppression through force and fear. My frail little brother. No. I do not wish to fight you, elder brother.
Phew, that voice acting.
Captivating fantasy worlds await in our next two games.
I like Fantasy Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh. Baldur's Gate 3.
I'll tell you a story, true soul.
That has to be released.
I hope so. I played this like a long time ago.
And when I tried to
Damn,
buy
that's
it
a
back,
good looking
it cost
elephant.
me everything. I must finish what I started. Death's design will
It's crazy
be
how early they
complete.
let people play this.
I mean, they were effectively paying to beta test.
I paid.
Find out what it is that
I
makes him
did not,
invincible
'cause I was
so
like,
we
I
can
can't.
strip him of
So I
his
stopped playing.
advantage.
It's because I was enjoying it, but I know you couldn't get past like Act 1, and it was like super visually buggy. There's like missing assets and stuff. I'm like, this is not how I want to play
This
it.
is clean as fuck looking.
The parts that were finished look fucking great.
Slave to forces you cannot comprehend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ketherick is a
Dude.
frightening man, but you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having.
Together,
It really bums me out seeing it, and this is not the studio making this game because they're great. But it bums me out seeing like someone who can make a really great D&D game.
Is that showing split screen?
It look like it.
That's fucking sick.
But then Hasbro can't be bothered outside of a handful of occasions to do something like this.
Yeah.
Bow before the absolute. Bow!
God, yeah, it looks sick.
I already own it.
I don't.
I just want it to finish so I can
Looks
play
like
it.
August, though. So.
Kind of free-to-play game is this?
Wayfinder,
Did you
an
see that?
online multiplayer adventure
I think
for
I
you
remember hearing
and your
about this.
friends. It's all set in Evanor, a gorgeous but fallen world. You'll control the chaos through Wayfinders. Meet Senja, who likes to get up close and personal.
Ooh, I don't know
And
about
Silas,
this.
who fights with both firepower and fast reflexes.
I'm getting like.
And
I don't
Windbreak
think he's
slices through the
developing.
frame
No, they're
also
publishing.
supporting
Yeah.
the group.
What was that?
With another victory under our belts, let's head to
Battle
Skylight,
something.
our social hub. Here, you'll turn your loot into new weapons and wayfinders. You can also explore dungeons called Lost Zones.
People
that
made
you can
Borderlands
modify
made it.
and mutate for a greater challenge.
Oh,
Lost Zones are where you and your friends will team
yeah, I
up
can't
to
remember the
complete
name, but I know what you're
quests,
talking about.
collect
Yeah,
loot,
It came out around
and
the same
hunt
time,
bosses
like
like this
Overwatch.
Titan.
Yeah.
Dude.
Huge that vibes from looking at this.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of Paladins.
We're excited
when
to
I
bring
first saw it.
Wayfinders beta exclusively to PlayStation, and you can sign up for the chance to
The
play
concept
early
of this
now.
sounds cool.
Thanks for watching.
Just visually, I don't think it looks very cool, but huh?
Wait,
I have to try that.
animations looked kind of.
Yeah, they look
We've
low
got
budget,
big
but
updates on two highly
the idea of doing
anticipated Capcom
missions
games,
and dungeons
starting
and
with the
stuff, and
debut
then
of 3 new
find new
characters for Street
characters and
Fighter
weapons
6.
sounds cool to me.
3 characters. Dope. Nice. I can't play the guy, but welcome back.
Yeah, I'm not a Zangief guy. God, it almost looks like CG.
Yeah, I'll say this is AAA as fuck.
Yeah, it looks really good. I remember seeing the last Street Fighter after the one before it, and I didn't think it looked like that much of an upgrade. Definitely was, but not like a huge one. This looks like a pretty big leap.
Yeah.
This is your last ride. Let's go.
Nice.
My beautiful body is built better.
Damn.
It's impressive that they rendered him, his body, and then his flex body. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Toy no Ikonoi, spirit of the wind.
I don't know who this is.
Me either.
Let yourself become one with it.
Okay.
Is there a character I'll play?
Those clubs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like paddles with like orbs at the end. Oh, she looks cool.
Yeah, she looks like a character I'll definitely play.
Dang. God, I love the animations in this.
I hope I enjoy playing it because I love everything about it that I'm seeing so far. But I just never, when I play Street Fighter, I never feel satisfied. But this looks really good.
The voice of the spirit, only I can hear it.
That was cool. All right.
Yeah.
But not the one we're looking for.
The other thing that's been kind of cool about the development of this game is they keep occasionally doing like beta tests and a lot of like the big fighting game community people just get their hands on it and then give feedback. So yeah, I feel like they're really trying with this game, man.
It does feel like that. This doesn't feel like just like a cash in. Like, we gotta make another one. It feels like they are trying to make like a really good game.
Yeah. Dude, that was dope.
And considering every time a Street Fighter comes out, it lasts for a while. It'd be nice if they could launch a Street Fighter that's just good on release, and they don't
Instead
have
of
to
fixing it
Yeah,
throughout the
exactly.
pack, yeah.
Not pull a fucking old Ubisoft.
You see, we are all connected through
Resident
the
Evil?
holy body.
Probably. That
When
would
you
be
need
good
only
for now.
accept
Yeah.
the sacred gift.
Dude, after fucking Dead Space, man, I am just ready. And Resident Evil 2 remake was fantastic.
Temperance, child.
It's upsetting because some of the best survival horror games I've ever played are now remakes of older survival horror games. I'm like, fucking come up with some ideas, because obviously we got the fucking tech and the ideas to make great survival horror games.
Yeah.
I'm making shit for you. Move! It's always like this with you.
How about you open fire instead of your mouth?
Long time no see. Major Krauser?
And Capcom makes some
Why?
nice looking games.
You can't save her.
Yeah.
You can't save
Yeah, it's like new generation of games on like RE Engine and
Gonna happen
all the
with
things
me.
they got going on.
You gotta keep
Definitely
moving
are
forward. We will beat this.
definitely some highlights in gaming graphically.
Thanks.
Then come, Sancho Panza. Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Sorry, bad traffic. One combat shot will compliment the Hunnigan.
Ha ha! This is kind of fun. Ahead! You're kidding.
That's a bit wild.
Ah, yes, the time has come.
Like I told you,
They're showing a lot in this trailer.
I'm gonna get you home safe.
I was out of money again.
You're ready to die, rookie.
Exalt all, Leon, and let it be so.
This time, it has to be different.
Very
Well,
cool.
now, time to cause some mayhem.
It's gonna have a mercenaries mode.
Looks like it.
Sick. Be funny if it was like the demo, like the original demo that came out that blew everyone's mind on the
yeah.
GameCube.
Yeah.
I played that so many times.
Show's not over yet. It's Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang against the world's greatest DC superheroes in this extended look at Suicide
I want to try
Squad.
Resident Evil
Kill the
Village in
Justice League.
VR.
Let's hear from
I installed the
developer
demo for you.
Rocksteady
Fucking
Studios.
love that game.
Hi everyone, my name is Darius Sidarian and I'm the studio product director at Rocksteady Studios. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is the next installment in the Arkhamverse and will be releasing this May. It is a third-person action shooter set 5 years after the events of Batman Arkham Knight. Metropolis has been invaded and you're going in as the Suicide Squad members Harley Quinn, King Shark, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang to face off against the ultimate threat, a corrupted Justice League. The team has been hard at work at creating the best possible game experience for our players, and we're very excited to share more as part of
The
this.
thing I
state
feel
of
so
play.
conflicted about this game
Today,
without even knowing
let's
much
take a
about
brief
it
look
is
at one of
like
the
the
missions in our
things,
game.
the red
The
flags
Flash
for
has
any
been
other
corrupted by
dev would
Brainiac,
be
and
like
as the Suicide Squad,
pretty
we need to work
substantial for
together
me,
in
but
a
also I think like
full-player
Rocksteady's like
online co-op to stop the
insanely
Flash
talented.
and rescue Lex Luthor in
And
the
so
process.
are they infallible?
Enjoy.
No. They could definitely make a mistake, but like I have to kind of believe, trust the process with these guys. They're gonna make a great game because that's pretty much all they've done. So we'll see.
Yeah, I got no attachments to this, so
Yeah. I got no attachment to Suicide Squad.
Oh, you know what?
But
Hold on a sec.
I've enjoyed Rocksteady's
Hello,
games since
Brainiac?
Urban
Is it
Chaos on
happening now?
Xbox. So
Great. You will have Luthor ASAP. Good news! You want Luthor, all you have to do is come and get him.
Flash is alive.
One thing in that leaked picture, though, that looked cool is it looks like you can play through the whole story and pick whatever chapter and replay them. There's also other modes as well, but you can play with like 4 people, cross-play. So the idea of being able to play a game that's like this AAA with like, you know, whole team, fucking sounds sick.
Time to light them all up.
Incoming Holly! Out of my way.
Guess Quinn ain't holding anything back for later.
Hold my beer, guys. Let's dance!
This is not the kind of shooter I expected from this kind of property.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Focus on fire on this tank.
Why do we never get reinforcements?
Thunder upon this tank.
Yeah! What's your mate?
I feel conflicted because the shooting seems like really generic and basic, but that's safe because I feel like most people would play a game like this. But I'm also not saying anything special. Like they're just there's a lot of aerial shit, which is weird.
Like mobility,
yeah, it's crazy. They're all just in the air shooting constantly. It's like Anthem 2.0. This is Anthem 2.0.
Got more company. Go, start, go.
Or like Crackdown. It reminds me of Crackdown.
Senseless violence. Love it.
Which is not what I was really expecting.
Nail that weak spot, squad.
No worries.
But as for like just a co-op shooter, I would play this.
Boom! Job done.
You came through.
I just thought there'd be like a little more difference between the characters, but it seems like they're just running and shooting.
Just call me the pinball wizard.
Unstoppable!
I do appreciate they're just showing like gameplay though.
Oh, for sure.
Because a lot of times it's all cinematics for this game.
Wow. The amount of times we complain about getting CG trailers.
Yeah. So, well, in this game, it's just been like a lot of CG trailers, so it does seem like they're trying to give people exactly what they're looking for with it.
Here comes the boom!
Huge target. Get on it now.
Rising like a wave!
This is a chance!
I'm just surprised by how everyone's just flying around.
Flying?
Like no one's running on the ground.
Ouch!
I love our escapades.
That guy was just in there.
Yep. They're fine.
So, how'd the whole taking down the Flash thing go?
Still in play? Now get out of my way. I have work to do.
Well, hey there, sleepyhead. We've got an interrogation to get back to.
Hey!
You think I'm just gonna let you walk away? And tell these guys everything you know? You think they can stop us? Pathetic.
Pathetic? At least I'm not a big hero turned stooge for a spaceman.
Okay, Boomerang. You want to see what a real hero can do? I'll show you.
Flash, how do I stop this? Please, tell me how.
You have to kill us, Diana. We have to die to save the world.
That's probably the most compelling story segment I've seen of that game so far.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League arrives on PS5 May 26th. Rocksteady Studios has even more to share today. Let's listen in.
I think I'm still on the side of wanting to play it, but I don't think I'm hyped.
Show me what you got.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is an extension of the Arkhamverse, and it's really about now reframing the story and telling it from the villain's point of view.
Where are we going and who are we killing?
It's a mixture of lots of the things I hope the fans like about Rocksteady, but like a whole massive chunk of new stuff that we've never seen before.
The quality's there for
Batman's
sure.
perspective on this world, and we thought it'd be really fun and enjoyable to see this universe, like through the eyes of the villains. We're picking up the story 5 years after the end of Arkham Knight, and a lot's changed in that time.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
Brainiac has invaded Earth, and he's this huge threat overlooking Metropolis. He's taken over Metropolis City. The Justice League are there to try and save the city, but Brainiac has captured and brainwashed them and turned them against the very people they've been sworn to protect.
Oh, fuck, it's Superman!
So the Justice League share the same goal as Brainiac, to take over Earth and turn it into the new Kalu. What we've created is a classic Justice League, but with the sense that there's something wrong with them.
They are now doing Brainiac's bidding, and Amanda Waller scrambles to try to remedy this and essentially save the Earth. And she recruits 4 lovable characters into fighting the Justice League in an effort to reclaim the Earth and thwart Brainiac's plans.
Your new mission is to kill the Justice League.
The members of the Suicide Squad are Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark.
Harley Quinn is definitely the most acrobatic of the crew. She's always moving. She's always flying through the air in kind of
They all were.
I will say,
the
I
feeling
couldn't
of
tell the
swinging.
difference.
Yeah, I don't
Momentum,
even know what they do
physicality
differently
of
outside of
trying
some
to keep that
specials.
momentum going and use that to go over buildings or swing under bridges and chain that into kind of the grapple mechanic that she's got. It just feels spot on.
I'm a freaking superstar.
Deadshot has the iconic Deadshot look, but with a Rocksteady twist. He's got a real swagger to him. And in this game, he can also hover with his jetpack. He's super precise. He uses sniper rifles, assault rifles, and pistols, and they all fit with his sort of the fantasy of playing as Deadshot as this master assassin.
But you want Team Waller or Team Get the Hell Out of This Mess?
King Shark, to me, as a person, is, well, as a fish, is this incredible character who's super well-read and super well-to-do, and I'm sure could smash an operatic performance.
Actually, I'm the son of a god. It is my shame to suffer mortals and their buffoonery.
But also doesn't really know simple words or simple things that are going on. I think that's brilliant.
In terms of combat, he is a brute. He is a tank character. He can take more damage. His abilities all lean into the fact that he wants to get in a bit more close and personal. He's the fastest melee character.
Captain Boomerang's got his Speed Force gauntlet that he can use together with his boomerang. He can throw it to any point in space and Speed Force to that point along the walls, along the floor, and get wherever he wants to go.
So also fly.
You can use that, get up close, dodge around in midair, taking out the enemies, and then scarper because he doesn't want to stick around.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here. One of the most exciting parts that connects our game to the DC lore are the support squad.
Piss off, Widow.
You have Penguin, the arms stealer,
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
but also some new faces. Hack, who is a digital ghost that is helping the squad both navigate the world but also upgrade their neck bombs.
That's a big adrenaline spike on a nice bomb sending out.
This. Toyman, who's helping the squad with perfecting gear. And then finally we have Gizmo, who is helping the squad with insane vehicle creations that let you blow shit up.
Metropolis is your playground. You're going to get to meet different characters, different villains, and you really get to see these cool, iconic locations.
being the city of tomorrow kind of like meant
sad because I think like the only part that seems kind of meh is the gameplay, because everything else seems really
very
cool.
grand, it's very clean,
Like graphically looks good. I think the people playing the characters are doing a great job. I think the story sounds interesting.
Superman, so
The cinematics look great.
To thank Superman for everything he's done.
The world looks interesting.
You're getting to see Metropolis through the villain's eyes. You're getting to experience.
But then all the gameplay is just people in the air flying around shooting,
floating and shooting.
It's like fucking Ace Combat.
So the core ability that everything wraps around in Suicide Squad is your traversal. How that works with combat is chaining your combat moves together with those traversal moves. And the combat encounters are all designed to push and pull you around the environment in a battlefield that's constantly changing. Working out how to use all your different weapons, your guns, your melee attacks, and how to use them all to your best advantage to control the chaos and come out victorious.
What's awesome about gunplay is the variety. So there's 6 core types of weapon families. We've got assault rifles, SMGs, sniper rifles, shotguns, miniguns, and pistols. There's added variety from weapon manufacturers.
There's LexCorp weapons, there's GCPD weapons, there's ArmorTech weapons. Later on in the game, we also have gear sets. The gear sets are villain themed. For example, if you have a Bane gear set and you trigger his buffs in the game, some of it will have the Bane drums and you will like burn and like boom, 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 and then there's like green smoke and you trigger all kinds of
sounds
effects.
like it.
So you're basically taking the essence of the villain, you're bringing it into the game.
Each character has a
Sounds
power
like they're trying to
level
make a
in the
better
game
version
called
of
gear
Gotham
score.
Knights.
As you acquire new gear in the game, your gear score goes up. And as that number goes up, it means that you can take on much harder missions. As part of this progression journey, you will unlock more and more builds.
Yeah, it's wild because
more
like
and more
all
ways
of
to
like
customize
this
your
stuff right
character
here,
to
these
really fit
menus
the way
and
you
like
wanna play.
the animations they're
Every
making when
environment
checking
in
out
our
your
game
equipment
is
stuff,
So
super
in
top
Suicide
notch.
Squad
Like it looks
Justice League, you're
really
gonna get
nice.
lots of choice to use the weapons that you need to complete your missions, but most importantly, you will be able to customize your squad to be whatever you like.
You can wear whatever you want, any of the outfits. You can be running around in your asylum jail outfit and still have like the best gear score ever.
I like it.
Okay.
Our game
So
is a
clever.
1 to 4 player co-op experience, which means that all the missions in the game have been designed to support solo play, playing with a friend, 2 friends, or 3 friends.
For the single player
that's pretty
fans,
much the
you
selling
can play it
point
in
for
single
me.
player with bots filling in the role of the squad, so you still feel like you're part of the team, and you can switch them if you want. I'm gonna try King Shark now, or we can say, well, I think Harley will be a better fit for this mission, so I'm gonna switch over and I'm gonna try her out.
But if you really want to tear it up, going in with a full group of 4 lets you experience the full mayhem the Suicide Squad has to offer.
And you get to really experience the dynamics between how you can all play together in different play styles in order.
Yeah, it's cool
to
they're
take
going
on
full on
Brainiac
4 player,
on the
not just like
Justice
2-player co-op.
Yeah.
All the fun is right here.
When the story's done, your experience doesn't end there. Rocksteady will continue its legacy of supporting the game after it's launched.
We're going to deliver lots of new content to our players. We're going to have new playable characters, new weapons, and new missions. For players who like
New
to customize
playable
their looks,
characters.
we'll offer a battle pass that only contains
It sounded like a service game.
There's just going to
Yeah.
be so much for the players to enjoy.
Just picture it.
Yep, well, that's how they're gonna make or break the
Kills
game, so
Justice League.
If you like
they're gonna
story
take on
games,
that
if you like RPG
challenge.
elements,
Hopefully they can
if
do
you
it.
like co-op games, if you like customizing your characters, if you want to play as a badass,
It's funny that every
this
company
game
wants
kind of
one.
has it all.
I can know
It's
why,
very
obviously.
Yeah,
fast-paced,
makes sense.
It's really colorful.
It's financially,
It's loud and unapologetic and in your face.
a
and it's
big
gonna be
win.
really, really fun.
I think you should only do it if you're feeling truly inspired to do it, though, not just do it because everyone else is doing it, because a lot of times just get vacant, empty fucking service games then. You'll complain, and that doesn't do well. But
Suicide
Rocksteady's
Squad
talented,
Kill
so
the Justice League
hopefully
arrives on
they can pull it
PS5
off.
later this year. We'll be back with more announcements soon. Thanks for watching.
No problem. Where's my mouse at? There it is.
Hiding.
All right. Well, that was 45 minutes of a lot of PSVR, some Capcom stuff, and
A pretty
Tchia.
large chunk of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that was a huge chunk.
Oh, so like a third of the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes sense. What do we think?
I mean, it was all right. This is definitely not going to be a state of play for everybody.
No.
As
It was
for
barely
half
one for
of it,
me.
half of it was a very much a niche audience. Fortunately, I happen to be in the niche, so
Yeah.
there was some pretty cool VR stuff in there. not everything, because I do think VR does lend itself to a lot of like overly cartoony stuff, and I'm not huge on that. So, but it's also kind of hard to say, and we said this a million times, but looking at a video effectively in a 2D plane versus like being in a VR game is not the same experience. So hard to say. The Capcom stuff, even the stuff I'm not, like Resident Evil, I'm not going to play Resident Evil, but I'm always excited to see it because, it's kind of their baby and they show off with it.
Looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. And I am wondering, with them supporting multiple of their games with VR stuff, if there will be a VR mode for that coming out soon that maybe you could check out.
I feel like it.
Seeing this survival game doesn't make me excited for it, but makes me excited at the prospect of a VR survival game because that looks cool as shit.
Yeah, it needs to be a fun one though.
Yeah,
because this game.
No, and I agree with that. 100%.
It was rough.
But even like seeing them like actually have to drink the water and stuff like that, pretty cool. I like
that's pretty neat, and it might be worth playing this. This game might be even better. It's just in VR.
Yeah, for
that experience. Because a lot of the game was like we're just wandering around looking for food and trying to figure shit out.
Yeah,
so it wasn't like combat heavy.
I think it's this one. The mostly like grayscale, black and white with like splashes of color and like force powers and stuff. This one looks cool.
Looks pretty neat.
I'm gonna probably keep my eye on that one. It looks super smooth.
It is definitely worth having a shooter in VR because it's super satisfying to actually take your hand, point a gun, and have to actually aim down sight and get that shot. And when you get to the point where you can just kind of like hit someone in the head or whatever, it's pretty satisfying.
Well, and I never got to play Super Hot in VR, so I was kind of hoping for a PSVR 2 version to come out.
It's neat.
Because I think the game's like okay, but it definitely seems like something that'd be better.
Super
in
Hot's
VR.
way better in VR.
Yeah.
When we played it on Plus Club,
Yeah.
It was the same game, but like in VR, it's so much cooler, especially when you're dual wielding, because you get to kind of look around and then go and then try and do stuff, and it just feels way better. Although there's a lot of times where you're sitting still in different positions and you start getting tired.
Oh, I'm sure.
After a long time playing.
Let's see. Street Fighter 6, looking great. I'm super excited for that one. I'm not the biggest Street Fighter guy, and the fact that this one is like making me kind of like want to buy it is great. I just hope that when it comes out, the general reception is good, because the only feedback I'm getting is from like the fighting game community.
Yeah.
And they're playing Street Fighter anyways. So like as for more of a casual approach to it, I'd like to hear more feedback from that side of the spectrum. So, because it looks cool, and I do enjoy playing fighting games. So, and then Suicide Squad. Honestly, still kind of a pass for me, though. I 100% think it's a treat to watch the animation when they show off that game, because it is smooth.
I mean, it's a AAA game for sure.
So.
I mean, I didn't expect anything less than that, but I did also expect the gameplay to be a little more than what we saw.
Right.
I was expecting, 4-player co-op action brawler shooter type game, and what we got was fucking Ace Combat, which is weird.
Yeah. Overall, it was a pretty alright show.
Yeah, I agree. I think the whole show was just okay. If I were to grade it, we typically wait to grade it later, but if I was to grade it, I'd probably give it a B- or a C+ area, leaning more towards C+, although what they did show that was good. It was okay. So the VR stuff was good. There's a lot of shooters. There's that one game that was a little more adventure type game. Those all looked cool, and I think they're needed, especially with the PSVR 2 just coming out. It's nice to see what's coming. Looked like one of them had a demo too. I forgot which one it was though. This is the sad thing. One of the most exciting things in this whole thing was that weird cube game.
Yeah.
With all the humans running around.
Yeah, by the Res guys.
And that's the one that has the demo. I want to try that.
Humanity?
It looked cool. Yeah. Humanity. And I say most exciting because it's the only one that was like new for me. Other than that, Street Fighter 6 is looking really good. I have to be realistic though, know that I'm not a big Street Fighter guy, but it looks really good. The new characters they showed off, 2 classics. One, I don't know if she's like from the last Street Fighter or not, because I didn't really play that one a whole lot, but if she's new, she looks cool. She looks like a character I would play.
Well, it's funny too, because all the new characters that either are like redesigns from the last game or brand new to this game so far have all looked really cool. So they're kind of nailing it. Even on the redesigns of classic characters, like Zangief looks cool. Cammy looked really cool.
Yeah.
I love the way like Guile and Blanca and stuff like that look. So they're doing a really good job. So
yeah, I feel more comfortable going into this one than the last 2, especially the Street Fighter 4 when that first came out. The visual style was during the time of like Resident Evil 5, and so everybody looked like logs, like stumps,
huge.
And I wasn't huge on that visual style. I liked the art style they did, but like the character models always looked weird. But this one, I think they look cool. So it's kind of nice starting with an optimistic point of view of the game. Hopefully they can deliver and it doesn't come out and people have a lot of complaints. Hopefully it just comes out and people love it. If that is the case, I will likely pick it up because it looks really cool. Resident Evil 4 Remake is a must buy for me. I loved Resident Evil 2 Remake. This is looking really good as well. And Resident Evil Village was fantastic. So like Capcom is just nailing it with their survival horror games. I never beat Resident Evil 3 Remake. Played a little bit. I kind of liked it, but a lot of people were upset with that game. So maybe that was a dud, but that wasn't their A team working on that, I guess. So
also wasn't like the best thing the first time it came out though. So
I was never a big fan of Resident Evil 3. So that's not that disappointing for me. But a lot of people were really upset with it. But outside of that, great reception to a lot of these games, and I'm one of the people who have been really liking them. So I'm really excited for this one, and I have no doubt in my mind it's going to be great because everything we're seeing here just looks awesome. And then Suicide Squad, pretty much talked about everything I think about it. Everything's AAA and high quality, and I think the story actually sounds really interesting. I'm not even into comic books anymore. I'm not really into DC or Marvel anymore. I got fatigued from it, but I do like the angle that like the Justice League is corrupted, and in that scene he's telling Wonder Woman that you're gonna have to kill us, which was kind of eerie that he's just like so willing to be like, well, I'm either gonna do what I'm gonna do or you're gonna have to kill me. That's the only way out of this. Kind of like that. It was a pretty cool scene, and I like that angle. Gameplay wise, the things I do like is if the gear's done well, I'll like that. If it feels like shit, I won't like it. So they just have to nail that. But 4-player co-op sounds awesome. Playing through the story that's designed for 4 people, no matter if you're playing with yourself and NPCs or actual people, I think it's really smart, and it's a really cool system. They'll get the same experience, but obviously it's probably gonna be better with people. But the gameplay looks like your average shooter, which is fine because I like shooters, so that's not a negative. But I was expecting maybe more from Rocksteady, and the amount of aerial stuff I thought was really interesting. It's not even necessarily a bad thing. It's just not what I was expecting. So maybe it's a situation where I need to play the game to know if that's like a good thing or not. But it seems weird that you have like Harley Quinn flying around all over the city and everyone else doing the same thing. It's fucking King Shark doing the same shit. It seems kind of weird, but could be fun. And if it is fun, met with gear score, co-op, could be good game. But I am a little apprehensive. It looks fine gameplay wise, and I want it to be like great looking. So take that as you will. But other than that, quality is top notch, and I think the game looks really good, and story sounds cool and all that stuff. New characters though is really interesting. I'm wondering who they'll be adding, because the game is designed for like 4-player, and of course you could implement new characters and just switch them out or whatever. But would you have to create new dialogue for their cutscenes? Will you just use them in certain modes? Seems kind of weird to me that they're going to do it that way, but if they can do it, cool. So we will see. I think it's everything.
Yeah.
I want to play the Cube game. The game went from like, oh, it looks kind of weird to like, oh, this is really compelling. I want to try this out, so I want to get that demo and check it out. But yeah, overall, it was an okay state of play. Could be better, could be worse, definitely. But yeah, solid, strong C+. What would you grade it?
I'd probably also give it a C+. There are a couple things in there I really liked, but the rest of them were they were whatever. So, and then the headliner just didn't do it for me. When that's kind of obviously this is the reason they did this video. So
yeah, and all the stuff they showed before, even though there was good stuff mixed in there, and of course some games I have to buy like Resident Evil 4 Remake. I think the flow of the whole presentation was just kind of like okay, so could have been better. Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right, fair enough. Let us know in the comments, what do you guys think of this state of play? What stood out to you? What didn't stand out to you? What do you think of Suicide Squad? Oh my God, Kill the Justice League. Are you excited for it? You're not excited for it? Are there things about it that you are excited for or not excited for? Tell me your honest opinions on it. I've been hearing a lot of different opinions on this game. And yeah, what do you think about Resident Evil 4 Remake? What do you think about Street Fighter 6? What do you think about PSVR 2? Are you picking one up? Have you picked one up? And what's the must-play VR games if you are a VR enthusiast? Anytime I bring up VR, I always get somebody who plays a lot of VR going like, oh, you got to play this game, this game, this game. So let us know, especially Chevy. He's got some games to pick up. And yeah, I think that's everything. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to comment. And I've been Seth, this has been Chevy. Until the next episode, which should be Game of the Month Plus Club. Have a good one, guys, and take it easy.